Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amah. I want to give a double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Also, salutations to the sincere Akin Salakia. I want to give a double honors to my elder as well, the Harawan Banya Sharala of the Lions Den camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. And salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the call Harab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now today, I'll be coming out with a lesson, and this lesson was inspired by the brother Marzana of this camp. He had posted this post on Facebook, and it says sometimes the grass is greener on the other side because it's fake, but I also have something to add to that. It says sometimes the grass is greener on the other side, but the water bill is high as hell. Sometimes it costs you more to maintain something, and a lot of the times, I won't say a lot of the times, but some of the time, that cost is above what you can pay. You know, and Babylon and America is the exact same way. So again, sometimes the grass is greener on the other side, yes, because it is fake, and also because the water bill is high as hell. And a lot of people, they look for the greener grass, not knowing, not thinking that it's either fake or they have to pay way much more than they have to pay for the patch of grass that they're on now. You know, just look at how things go here in America, how Jake is caught up on riches and various things like that. But without further ado, I'm gonna get right into some scriptures that the Lord gave to me. So here we go. I'm gonna start with Proverbs chapter 23, verse 5. It says, "Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven." So why would you set your eyes upon riches? And for those who are in the know, they know, here in Babylon, riches are very much fake. They're not real. The money here ain't even real. But you have a lot of our people, they set their what? They set their eyes, their mind upon these things, which is not, which is nothing. They don't have the understanding that riches certainly makes themselves wings and fly away as an eagle towards heaven. Riches dissipate. But what Jake does, Jake bends over backwards, break his neck. He do everything possible to get on this other side where the grass is seemingly greener, but doesn't realize that it's fake, or that you're going to have to pay way more to maintain that greener grass that you are seeking for. So that's how that goes. But that's how Jake is. He doesn't understand that setting your eyes on things such as riches, eventually those riches will dissipate and go away. That's that either that fake grass or that grass that costs too much to pay for. Then that green grass that costs too much to pay for. Because Jake ain't satisfied with the patch of grass he's on already. Let's continue. Let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. This is 2 Timothy. Oh, Slakia, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. It says, "Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in riches, who giveth, Salakia, but in the living God, Yahweh, the living power, which is Yahweh, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy." So charge them that are rich in this world. We can also charge Jake too, because you got a lot of rich Israelites in this world as well, in this existence. We charge them, what I'm saying, that they be not high-minded. As soon as Jake gets some money, guess what he start doing? Oh, I can't hang with you niggas because I'm rich now. This, that, and the other, getting high-minded. We got to let them know not to trust in these uncertain riches, not to trust in this fake grass that's seemingly greener than the grass they're on, or the grass that possibly is greener, but you have to pay more to maintain that patch of grass that you looking forward to, or you have moved to. But we must trust in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. This is what we must charge these rich people. especially they of Israel. We must charge them because it's a lot of Jakes that are rich. Just look at all the famous people. You have Denzel Washington, you got Will Smith, you have Beyonce, Jay-Z, you got who else? You got Don Cheadle. You have a lot of rich Israelites. And we must charge them and let them know that just because that green grass that you own, it's possibly fake, or you have to pay a whole lot more than you want to pay to keep that grass green. Let's continue. Wait. Salakia. And we must also charge them not to trust in uncertain riches, but trust in Yahweh, the living God, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. So it's the Heavenly Father who give us these things to enjoy, such as riches and various other things. Let's continue. Let's go to Luke 14 and 18. 28, Salakia. Luke chapter 14, verse 28. And it says, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it. So it says, which of you, Jake quick to like, as this post says, this picture says, Jake is quick to look at the grass that is seemingly greener on the other side. But what does he do? He doesn't sit down. He doesn't count the cost. He doesn't look into what sacrifices that he's going to have to make. Jake just see the grass is greener on the other side and want to go over there and ain't thinking about, is this grass fake? Is this grass gonna cost me more than the patch of grass that I have now or that I'm on now? Jake don't do that. And that's the same thing for this truth as well. You can't come up in this truth of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, seeking to build upon the wall, the foundation of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the tower, and you don't sit down first and count the cost. You don't sit down and think, what is it going to cost you? What are you going to gain? What are you going to lose? See, Jake don't do that. Jake just see and be like, oh, yeah, and want to hop right on. And then when things ain't favorable or it ain't like it seems or what Jake thought will happen, now you want to go back to where he was before. So when you come down to this truth and in life, especially this truth though, you have to count the cost. You got to sit down and think, if you really want to be for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, flip that to this picture here. You got to make sure that grass that's seemingly greener on the other side is not fake. And you also got to make sure that grass that's seemingly greener on the other side, you got to make sure that you have sufficient to pay what it requires to take care of that seemingly greener grass. So you got to think, you got to count the cost. It makes me think of that James Brown song, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. A lot of Jake ain't doing that. They just see it, and then guess what? Because they got that television programming that telling, Esau telling them a vision or Esau telling them to be visually programmed, they just go for it and don't realize that the grass, the seemingly greener grass, is either fake or it costs too much to maintain. Let's continue. Let's go to Micah. Chapter 2, verse 10. Because Jake is always caught up in some tomfoolery. He always looking at what he see. You can't always go off what you see. Because going on what you see could get you in a lot of trouble. But see, Jake the only one on the planet that know everything, but don't sit down and think. But let's continue. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So this place, America, aka Babylon, it's a place of confusion. And we must depart spiritually, mentally, because this is not our rest. The grass over here is fake. The supposedly green grass is fake here. Because this place is polluted and it'll destroy you with a sore destruction. This place will destroy you physically, spiritually, mentally, and physically. This place will destroy you. And you have to be of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai so that you will not be caught up in the wickedness of this place. So that you won't be caught up in the matrix and thinking that the grass is greener when the grass is actually fake. Or thinking that the grass is greener, and then when you get to that said piece of grass or patch of grass that you think is greener, it probably is greener, but guess what? You got to pay a even higher price, and it might be a price that you don't want to pay or that you can't pay. Most likely it's a price that you don't want to pay. So you got to pay attention. Sometimes the grass is greener on the other side because it's either fake or it costs a whole lot more to maintain than the patch of grass that you're already on. That's the same thing we're here in Babylon. People think the grass is greener, but find out that the grass is fake. Find out they got to pay way much more than what they intend or want to pay. So let's continue. Let's go to 1 John. Chapter 2, verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Jake loved the world. That's why when he sees something as such as this, I'm going to keep referring back to this grass is greener on the other side. That's the world. Jake see what he ain't got. Instead of looking at what he do got, he looking at what he ain't got and thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. But fail to realize that grass is either fake or it costs more to maintain, i.e. having the love of the world and the things that are in the world. Well, the Lord tell you not to love the world, neither the things that are in the world. And it says, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. He does not have the love of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai within him. He has no light. That light is darkness. So sometimes the grass is greener, but it's either fake or it costs too much to maintain. Last point, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. 1 and 2, Salakia. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. So these scriptures are for the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, and the speckled bird, the Israelites that look like the other nations because they are among the other nations. It says, hear the word of the Lord, O Israel, the house of Israel, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. That's who the Lord talking to. He's not talking to no other nations on the planet. This Bible is our history book, by the way. Verse 2. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. So the Lord is telling you what? Learn not the way of the heathen. Don't be looking at what these other mother hubbers is doing and then trying to do that. But see, Jake ain't get that memo. Jake trying to live like these others. He's trying to do what the heathens are doing. He's learning the other ways. That's why Jake is caught up in all this tomfoolery, all these dumb ass philosophies, beliefs, and doctrines. You know, when it's a sign in the heaven, what happened? Jake gets scared just like these heathens get scared. When the Lord tells us that when we see signs in the heavens, signs in the earth, that is just an indication and or a reminder that time is passing as it should. That the Lord is getting ready to make good on his words that he has spoken unto us, the righteous in particular. But see, Jake, 2/3 of our people, they wicked and they don't understand this. So they look for that supposed greener grass, but never think about if it's fake or if it costs more than they want to pay or than they can afford, proverbially. So sometimes the grass is greener on the other side because it is either fake or it costs more to maintain than one is willing to pay. So with that, shalom.